I'm going over the American Tactical Milsport rifle. So I've done various mods and upgrades to this. Two major ones. I'm gonna 100% straight up tell you now. Trigger kit, poly. Some models are all metal. Mine was poly. Had a poly hammer, and the springs were not strong enough, so I was getting light primer strikes. It was just unreliable and garbage. I'd be charging it and barely able to cycle. Gas block. So the gas block is absolute garbage. At least on mine. If yours works, great. Cool. Otherwise, you might want to be looking at getting a new one. I got a timber low profile gas block for like $30, and it works great. I just went 500 rounds at the range today. So those are two main issues with this rifle. Now we're going to start from back to the front, starting with the upper on things I changed out and what the reasons I did so. So this actually came with flip up rear sights, all metal, and front sights. They're actually really nice. So I actually am keeping the rear on there. I went ahead and got a sight mark, about $100. Works great. I got the Geisley supercharging handle, about $100 instead of the GI. There's nothing wrong with this. It works perfectly fine. I've been using it for years, but the Geisley's just much better. Also, it's gonna be good for running a silencer, which I am doing. It is a phosphated barrel. It's a light barrel. You can say what you will. It works. It's gonna last a decent amount of time. The bolt and bolt carrier group are great. I haven't had an issue. Firing pin, no issues. Cam pin, the cam, nothing is wrong with that. All right. It's all MPI tested. It works. I have no issues. The front sight I replaced with a VISM sight / flashlight. I honestly am only keeping it on there mostly because the flashlight's really good and it's a decent spot. And it actually came with a pretty nice little front sight. But this thing is pretty bright. And the sight does work. I will say it's hard. After a while, I max out how far down it will go for it to be properly zeroed. It could be partially due to the rear sight. So that's probably why. Also, it's going to be a little bit higher. So it really all depends. If I was using a standard issue BMSM or whatever it is, standard issue fucking rear back sight for the Army, I probably wouldn't have an issue with it. But I digress. Who knows? But it does work. Now, I did get some Keymod Picatinny rails. I had to shim these, so I put shims down there. It's ironic because I actually use the shims for this, for those, and it works. Reasoning why? Because I didn't have shims, and I had a bunch of those that I was not going to use because I already have it shimmed. Just the one fits perfectly. This is the Gymtech quick attach silencer muzzle brake. Alright, this thing's really cool. I'm actually getting the HVT QM. It's like a $600 silencer. It's gonna be more after everything's said and done with the tag stamp and all that, but it's really good for the price. I have a quick disconnect and put on, so it's pretty badass. I have here a Picatinny Surefire mount. This is made by Tango Down. It's about $77. It is pretty damn expensive for a mount. That's actually more. I got my Surefire at a discount from another soldier. He found this one actually in the field, so I got a fucking free one. Found it in the mud. So it's a nice little Surefire. It's like $230 or some shit. $30 versus $200. Great. As I said, the bolt carrier group has no issues. Charging handle has no issues. The gas block, weak point, garbage. Barrel, it works. It's nothing fancy, but it works. Starting to the lower. So what we have here is a CNC trigger kit. It's 2-pound trigger kit. It came with a full lower build kit, so no more poly shit. This is garbage. Everything in there was pretty much poly, besides the bolt catch. That's it. Everything else, and it was just horrible. So I replaced that. So now I have extra pins because I actually went and got some even cooler aftermarket breakdown pins. Why? Because I felt like it. Fuck it, right? So that's all been replaced. This is a new castle nut. I managed to crack mine. Don't know if that's actually a fault of just having garbage ass metal, tin can metal. I don't know what they use. So mine cracked. I had a vice grip and cracked it. I'm special like that, I guess. Stock buffer tube, standard shit. It works fine. I have no issues. Rogers Super Stock is nice. If anyone says, oh, I can't get it to work, well, that's because, or I should say, I can't get it to where it's not shaking and moving around. Well, that's because they don't have it clamped. You're supposed to engage that. Keeps it from moving around. Now to the grip. The grip actually is an issue. I got this just because I wanted a different grip, and I think this is pretty badass. This thing feels amazing. It's like night and day. And it's fully modular, so you can switch this out with different back straps. You can add that little divot right there, right on here. So it's, if you're used to it, the GI grip, you'll be used to this. And this Magpul is just amazing. It's like, it's not even $30. You can pull out the piece right here. It's actually a storage compartment that comes with a oil bottle, CLP bottle, and then you obviously have more room for storage in there, or just have batteries in there without the CLP bottle. It's a really cool grip. I like it a lot more than the GI one, to be honest, but great. I haven't had any issues. So this is a quick showing what I switched, why I switched it. Kind of like a price range as well, if you're looking at doing something like this. But this is now like full on, pretty much have everything I'd want switched out and put on this weapon. So this thing's ready to rock and roll. But yeah, here it is. Again, if that Jim Tech muzzle brake is insane. I can't wait to actually get some rounds done. That bird cage just today got 400 or 500 rounds through it. So this whole rifle did, and it worked perfectly fine with that new gas block. I had no malfunctions at all, no misfeeds, nothing. So, like I said, 2 things to watch out for: garbage, maybe garbage. You have to fire it, see. Alright, I hope you guys have a nice day, and hope you guys find this video somewhat useful for a review.